You're happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Hey Taj, last time we spoke, you were just heading away for the Nationals or for the Golden Gloves.
Yep, yep.
Can you tell everybody what happened down there? In
Yeah, so
Tauranga?
I went down to the Golden Gloves in Tauranga. Had 2 fights down there. Had my first fight. It was my first time fighting at 86 kilos as well. So it was a jump up in weight, which was interesting. It was good though because didn't have to cut weight and could come into the fight feeling quite comfortable. And I had my first fight against a boy from Peachy Boxing Gym. Got a good win against him. He was a strong kid, but found a way to get it done and then had my final. And I had a good win there too, so I was fortunate to come away with the Golden Gloves.
So you're national champion in both countries now.
Yeah, I hold both those accolades, which is, it's a good achievement for myself. And when I moved over here, that's what I set out to do. So I'm just glad to be able to say that I've achieved that, and now I'm on to bigger and better things.
I was thinking on the way up here today about that fact. I guess the Australian, they must have been a little bit, sad to lose you. Did they try and keep you there and try and talk you out of coming to New Zealand?
There's definitely a lot of politics involved in boxing in general, but I feel like in Australia, for me personally, but then again, I don't want to use that as an excuse. I feel like when you turn up to tournaments, you have a job to do and you have to win at the end of the day. And if you want to represent that country, that's what you've got to do. But I feel like, yeah, they definitely missed out on something, not choosing me for certain things. But again, I'm not going to hold that to them. They've got what they want to do and I've got what I want to do. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
Tell us about the fit here in City Kickboxing, you and Dougie and the team here.
It's something. It really is something. I've never been in a gym where there's such a good kind of family-oriented culture created. And it's just such a team environment here, which is amazing to have. You've got so many people that support you and everyone's constantly pushing everybody. People are leveling up and there's just so many different guys to work with, and so many good people around me. So I feel like it's been a perfect gel coming here and working with Dougie and training alongside the likes of Roman, many of the other boys as well. Everyone's talented.
You get in with Hemi and Junior?
I've done a little bit with those boys. There's some heavy hitters. That's definitely taken my mind off moving up to heavyweight eventually. But I'm happy at light heavyweight. That's where I'm going to sit for a while. So it's still good. It keeps me sharp. You know what I mean? I feel like I can't afford to make mistakes when I'm sparring those guys.
And you're doing a few jobs on the side. I see you've got the young Ryan there.
Yeah.
Tell us about him.
Yeah, he's a young 6-year-old that I train. He's extremely talented, man. It's cool to see. I love to see someone that's that dedicated from such a young age, because I honestly see a little bit of myself in that as well. So I just want to play my part and teach him as much as I can early on. And again, I want to make sure he's having fun too. I feel like that's very important when you're a young kid, and not burning yourself out and pushing yourself too hard, because it is a lonely sport, as a lot of people know. And I just want to bring the most enjoyment out of it as I can for him. And he's got a lot of potential, man. A lot. Yeah.
Talk about potential, and where do you go from here?
I feel like my potential is through the roof, and I can recognize that. But at the end of the day, I've still got to put in the work, and I've still got to stay disciplined and stick to this. It's not one of those things that you can just kind of sit along and hope that it's all going to work out. You've actually got to put in the work. And again, being here and listening to these guys, that's allowed me to recognize that even more. So for me now, it's just keep upskilling. I'm hoping to get a fight in December, one more amateur fight before I transition to the pros. If not, so be it. I'll just keep training and then, hopefully get a pro fight early March next year.
Well, we'd be looking forward to that, mate. So really happy for what worked out in Tauranga for you, and
Sure.
great to see you really one of the team already, like a big part of it already.
Yeah, it's very welcoming, this place. That's one thing I can't stress enough. And Eugene said it a few times. He tries to make this a place where you can just come and feel comfortable, and that's exactly how I felt the first day I stepped in here. So can't complain.
Wee bit off subject, but just talking about Eugene and the we're doing the filming of the show Relentless, and you stepped into one of the, or sat in on one of the classes that they did with the motivator.
David Neath, yeah, man, that was amazing. Just the mental aspect of the sport's so tough, and there's so many things you've got to cover, you know, and him talking about how you can improve your mental performance. Me personally, I took so much away from that, you know, and I'm sure the other guys did too. And it's cool to be in a room full of so many people all thriving for big things. You all just kind of feed off each other, and it's a pretty cool energy in there. I don't know if you felt it, but I definitely did. So it was, yeah, pretty lucky to be a part of that. Yeah.
Cool, mate.
Good. Thank you so much,
Hey,
Tony.
thank you for being part of Combat TV.
Oh man, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. And anyone wants to sponsor me, Taj Kagho, hit me up. I'm going to be turning professional next year, so feel free to jump on board and be a part of this journey that's going to take us very far.
You'll be doing the right thing if you do it.
Appreciate that. Thanks, Tony.
Good on you, mate. Really good. Really good.
I like doing these interviews.